HQN Books and Harper Audio present Low Country Hero by Tobin Mcclain. Performed by Tanya Eby. Prologue. 20 years ago. Walking from the small-town grocery store back toward their new home at the Safe Haven Women's Shelter, Rita O'Dwyer felt her shoulders start to relax. Maybe this was going to be okay. For her boys, and even, maybe, for her. They passed a little tourist stand full of South Carolina beach trinkets and toys. "Mom, can we go in?" her middle boy Cash pleaded. "Please, I want to see what they've got." He was the most driven of her three sons, and she always joked that he'd become a billionaire, but his strong focus worried her a little. Today, like any other kid, he just wanted to see the toys. She paused. Even her oldest, Sean, leaned past his brothers to look in the little shop, and of course her baby, Liam, joined in the begging. "Please, Mommy, there's swords and stuff." They sounded like normal kids, normal, wonderfully whiny kids. And she couldn't resist their request. She ached with the desire to give her boys a carefree childhood. While the boys looked at the beachy souvenirs, Rita fingered a little $5 necklace with a sea turtle, a shark's tooth, and a palm tree. If she could spare the money, she'd buy it for herself, a symbol of her new life away from Alabama and Orrin. She gave her head a little shake and bent down to look at the candy. After the long hours in the car and the strangeness of setting up housekeeping in a women's shelter, they all needed a treat, and candy was cheap.
"You don't want that ordinary stuff, ma'am," said the tall, stoop-shouldered clerk. "You'll want some real Carolina pralines for your boys."
As he spoke, he slid 3 caramel-colored candies into a bag.
"And for you?"
He plucked the necklace she'd been studying from the stand and held it out to her. "Oh, no, we can't afford all that." What was this guy's agenda? He smiled with an expression of wisdom and sympathy older than his years.
"Just consider it a little Southern hospitality. Y'all look like you need a lift."
For some reason, she trusted him. Again, hope rose in her. Maybe this was all going to work out. "Thank you. You're very kind." She'd just taken the bag and turned to locate the boys when she felt something poke into her side. A familiar, sickeningly strong cologne assaulted her. Orrin. Silent terror exploded inside her, making her head spin and her stomach heave with nausea. She looked around frantically. There were Liam and Cash, fingering the crocodile heads on sticks. But where was Sean? He had to get the other boys to safety, now. How had Orrin found them so quickly, and what new punishment would he inflict on her, and worse, on the boys?
"You're not leaving me."
Orrin's voice was a quiet snarl.
"Everything okay, miss?"
the clerk asked from behind her.
"You tell him it's fine and come with me,"
Orrin said into her ear.
"Or I'll kill him, and then those worthless boys, and then you."
She nodded back to the clerk, forcing a sick smile across her face. "I'm fine." Her chest seemed to crumple inward, as if all the backbone she'd tried to build in herself, all her bones, turned to jelly. Her dreams and plans to save her children faded, then disappeared. Orrin pulled her along like they were normal people in a hurry, jamming the gun into her side. As he reached the pickup and opened the door to shove her inside, she saw Sean, squatting on the sidewalk, caught up in his favorite battered military novel, one of the few possessions he'd insisted on bringing along when they'd fled Alabama. There were people out on the street, shopping and chatting. Should she scream? Or would that incite Orrin even further? He was shaking, his face red with fury. She'd never seen him this bad. Her head spun, her heart thudded. Think. No, she couldn't expect help from strangers, not without endangering them and the kids, too. But she had to get Sean's attention. "Oh, Orrin, you don't have to be in such a hurry," she cried in a loud fake voice. Sean looked up, and their eyes met, and then his gaze turned to his father. Bleak understanding darkened his eyes. Always protective, he scrambled to his feet and started to come toward her and Orrin, but she gave a sideways jerk of her head, indicating that he should go to his brothers, help them first, as she drilled into him on the ride up from Alabama. He looked back, biting his lip, and every tendon sung with the need to go to him, to hold him, and tell him not to worry. She'd take care of it, as a mother should. But she couldn't take care of this. He was only 13.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?